Hello, it looks like I am live, so I'll just see if I can catch it on my phone in case I do not get to see you. So, hello, if you are here, please say hello. Please let me know where you're coming from. I'm just going to see if I can work out what's happening on my phone to make sure that I am live. So please let me know if you are here. Say hello. Just turn my sound down. It's looking like I am live, and yay, I've got some people on. So that's beautiful. I'll just sit my phone up there where I can kind of see it. So how are you all tonight? My name is Kay Hamilton, and I am known as the Courage Activator because I like to support you to raise your frequency so that you can live with the best version of who you are possible. See, we've got some Australians here and some New Zealand people. Lovely. Thank you for saying hello. I'm in not sunny, Tasmania. Actually, it's been a little bit sunny today, but we've had some rain here today. And the winter weather is starting to sink in. So I hope you are all well, and I hope you are all enjoying life. So I'm here to encourage you, to support you, to step into the fullest expression of who you are possible. So what I will be doing tonight, talking about courage, telling you a little bit about what I'm doing. Hey Melissa, hello. And I will be pulling out some essential oil cards because, as you can see, and maybe some bottles, like I often pull bottles out and cards out so that I can support you to know what essential oils are going to help you to step into your courage, into your personal power, and help to raise your frequency. So just trying to get myself a little bit lined up here. When you go online, and then it all changes when you actually get online. So first of all, I want to have a conversation with you around courage. Who feels courageous? Who feels that they've embraced their full potential? Do you feel that that's you? Or do you feel that you know there's something more for you to do and experience in life, in any area of your life? And ask me some questions, what you might like some courage for. Now, why I talk about courage is because, we often yearn for change. We often yearn to experience life in a different way. We often wish we could, conquer the world, or everything would come to us easily with grace and ease. Yet what happens is, throughout our time, as we're young babies and over the years, what happens to us is that, the brave inner child in us often gets diminished, squashed, and we get battered, and we start dimming our lights. And when we dim our lights, that means that we're not going to feel really happy, we're not going to feel fulfilled, and we know then that we're not on our soul's purpose. A little bit of back end of my story, which might help you to understand where I'm coming from. I was a single mum. Well, I was a married mum with 3 children, and I went through one of those, horrible separations, and that put me into a real deep dive experience. Deep dive into depression, deep dive into despair, deep dive into vulnerability, and all those kind of things. And that was what I call my spiritual awakening, my spiritual nudge. And it took me many years to do a lot of self-searching and put myself back on put myself back into who I really was. I had to rebuild myself. I had to learn how to nurture myself, because I was the mother of 3 children, and I was such a mess that I was barely surviving. So that took me through a journey of learning what things were going to support me and my energy, to support my self-confidence, my courage, and to support my ability to realign with who I truly was. And along that journey, I found these most beautiful, stunning oils, and I have a lot of them here behind me. And I've experienced the world of Young Living essential oils. Now, this was quite a journey for me because I realised that I had little knowledge about essential oils, and I just used to go to the health food shop or go to the supermarket and grab an oil off the shelf and go, oh yes, it says 100% pure, and I'd come home and I used them, but not in the way that I use them these days. So what I also discovered was that all oils are not made and grown, harvested and created in the same way. So when I discovered Young Living, I realised that these oils were very, very different than anything that I had experienced before. And that one is because they are grown, harvested and distilled according to Young Living's seed to seal process. So they're organic, and they have a really beautiful frequency. And when I actually bought my first oils, when I was online, and I had an email from some people and they were promoting the oils, and I decided to listen to my divine nudges that I was having, and my divine nudges were telling me that I wanted something to wear on my body that was going to nurture me, something that was empowering and made me feel feminine and lush. Now, little did I realise what was going to happen when I ordered my first kit of oils, because they ticked the boxes. They were organic, they were sustainable. Young Living is a family-based company, even though we're the biggest essential oil company in the world, producing these gorgeous oils that are extremely transformative. So that began this whole journey of me coming into alignment with my true potential and my true purpose. So tonight what I want to do is encourage you all to step into your courage, to move beyond those fears. And one of my favourite books that I read was Feel the Fear and Do It Anyhow. And so I took life on board with that thought, to feel the fear, but still persevere in life and pick up the threads, reinvented myself. And I can now happily say, like 30 years later, I have moved forward in my life, and I managed to look after my children. I managed to go through those tough years, but I wouldn't have been able to do that without my inner transformation. Now, Jen, I can see that you are saying this exactly what you're going through now. So my heart goes out to you, because it is such a challenging time. I was actually breastfeeding my youngest. She was about bit over one, and I just kind of went, oh my gosh, because I wasn't working at the time, and my husband just walked out basically, and that was it, and I was left to do everything. So, and really, he really didn't do much at all. So I had to do everything, which was a blessing, but also quite a challenge. So it's not a very nice feeling when you're feeling so vulnerable, unsupported, when you think you've got to do all that yourself. I remember that overwhelming feeling. So fast forward to about 10 years ago, no, it's 11 years ago now, and I purchased this beautiful kit of oils, and they were the icing on the cake of my transformation. And I've learnt so much about ways to use oils that are going to support you to go through all those processes that are hard going. And it doesn't mean that they're not going to be tricky, but when you use oils, it actually brings this whole dynamic of energy into your journey that is going to be such a beautiful thing for you to have this support of using oils. And I always use oils, I use intentions. I'm known as the Courage Activator, and I offer one-on-one sessions, so you can have an hour session with me where I bring in colour. Sorry, my words just stopped. I draw a signature piece of artwork for you. I talk to you, I use meditation, I use colour, and I use essential oils, and you will get a working piece of artwork from me if you're interested in a full hour session. Separation not easy. My husband left me 9 years ago after 25 years. Absolutely not an easy thing, even if it's only 3 years or if it's a long time. It's huge, whatever the separation is. I guess when we're married and we're joined in and combined and integrated with everything that a marriage brings, there's so much unwinding to do. So cheer up. I'll give you some faith, because if you get some beautiful essential oils, they will really help with that transformation. So tonight I will offer I've got some essential oil cards. I have some from the Blossoming Heart pack, and I also have some beautiful cards which have oils and crystals, and I also have Inner Siegel's beautiful colour cards. So let's see who would like a little bit of inspiration from me. Please just say yes please, and if you want to let me know what you'd like to activate your courage for, let me know. So Tina Steele, you said you're very interested. So actually what I'm going to do before I go any further, what I recommend you do, if you would like to connect with me, you can, my whole write-up's there, but anyway, that's okay. You can connect with me. I have some links in that link tree thing there, and you can friend request me if you'd like a free mini reading. Tonight I'm just going to offer you some little bits of insight. Please reach out, let's get connected, and let's see what we can do to support you to step into your courage through these beautiful oil messages. So first of all, I'm going to Tina Steele. You said you're very interested, so I'm assuming that means you might like a card or a reading. So here we go for you, Tina. And Sharon, I will work with you next. I'm just going to write names down as we go. Sharon Ford. Okay, I love these cards because they give us so much insight. So Sharon, Kunzia. Now Kunzia oil is a beautiful oil to support those feelings of becoming safe, and they support those feelings when we're hurt. And the affirmation you say with this is, I breathe in, I breathe out, I am safe. So Tina, I'm not sure what your message of I'm interested was about, but I hope that one is going to support you. So Kunzia is a single oil, and we source our Kunzia oil from Flinders Island in Tassie, which is one of our partner farms. It's absolutely stunning. It's a very interesting oil because it's like having a blend all in. So in other words, it's got the attributes of quite a few oils in it. So it's going to be very cleansing, very uplifting, soothing, but very empowering as well. So Tina, I wonder whether that one speaks to you. Let me see if I can, I'm going to pull a colour card for you as well, Tina. And thanks to all those people saying hello. Please, really appreciate you. How about you help me out and do some sharing of this post on your pages so that we can reach more people. I'm really on a mission to support each and every one of us to make sure we are stepping into who we really are, because until we step into our full potential, we're not going to live with that beautiful satisfaction and all those beautiful yummy feelings about how good we are. So this card is talking about apricot, rejoice and laugh. So Tina, it's time for you to let go of those things that are stopping you from experiencing joy. It's time for you to realise that it's okay to let go, to look at the light things in life. Look, bring a lighter, calmer perspective into whatever is going on. Yay! So hi Di Kelly, thank you for your lovely long hello there. So first of all, I'm going to go to Di Kelly. I'm going to pull another set of cards. These are cards that have some of our beautiful Young Living blends, and I was led to these for you, Sharon Ford. So let me see. Let's find something for Sharon. Gathering. So Sharon, this is a beautiful blend that will help you to gather your energy and gather those around you, or gather the support, whatever it is that you need to gather to come into getting this full expression of yourself. So the affirmations for you: I'm balanced and supported. I have a loving community that gathers around me daily. So I get a sense there might be a little bit of disappointment for you, maybe from family, maybe from friends, or it could even be from the workplace. You are feeling a little bit alone, a little bit out on a limb, and it's important for you to do those things that are going to bring you back into that sense of security with people around you that have got your back. I'll see what colour card will come out for you. Actually, I set an intention throughout this session for each and every one of us. And Sharon, the colour that you could resonate with is green. It's time for you to revitalise your nervous system, get out in nature, feet on the grass, do some grounding, and do some of those things that are going to support you. Maybe even make sure you're eating enough leafy greens, or get into some green smoothies, whatever it is that you resonate with that are going to bring something new and fresh. It's time for you to open the door in a whole new way so that you can bring some new aspects into your life that are going to be nurturing for you. So I hope that one speaks to you. And I'm just going to reach over here and pull out a card that is going to give all of us some insight for the intention of this evening's time together. And this one is for tonight's focus. These are from the I Am Living Brilliantly card by Jan Marie Brooke. And the card is, I'm enchanted, excited, passionate about life. So wouldn't that be a great way to feel if we could wake up and feel that way every day? Or if we're not feeling that way, it is a good thing to aim for. It is a good goal to have. It's something that I think each and every one of us, no matter what situation they are in, you can aspire to becoming more, becoming better, being enchanted, being special, being passionate. And we need to start affirming these things to ourselves so that what we do is start creating that nurturing and nourishing feeling within your energetic state. I'm sure we can all feel enchanted just by, a few weeks ago I was driving home and I just looked up. For some reason I felt the nudge to, one of those divine nudges to look out of the window of the car. And when I looked out of the window of the car, there were these gorgeous clouds with rainbows in them. They were the most amazing things I've seen, clouds I've seen. And they just, that energy of that, the beautiful light on those clouds travelled with me on the journey home. Now, I encourage each and every one of you to look at the small things in life with appreciation, because as we gather our appreciation for what we do have, we can then step into gratitude, which then helps us to gather and bring those things into our life that we are wanting, we are yearning, and we deserve. So who thinks that we deserve all the good things in life that life has to offer? Let me know. So Sandy, so that was, I've got to tick people because I get through these and I go, now who am I up to next? So Di Kelly, I can't remember whether you asked a question. You did, that's right. Di Kelly, just watching for the first time, thinking you are sounding amazing. Thank you. You feel amazing. Would love a card as I'm lost, work and life in general. Love those oils. Would love to learn more. Yes, Di. So I will pull out a card for you. I'm going to have been led to pull from this deck. Look, all I can say to each and every one of you is send me a private message, have a personal conversation. I'd love to tell you more about the oils. I would also love to invite you to my oil group called Kay's Essential Oil Wisdom. So you can find me on my link. My name is Kay Hamilton. You can find me on Facebook in several ways. But if you friend request me, and if you want to book a time to have a bit of a chat with me, let me know. In my links, there is lots of places you can connect with me. So Tina Steele, okay, Tina Steele, friend request me. I'm going to put an asterisk there. Send me a friend request, and let's organise a time to chat. But Di Kelly, this one is for you, and it's Melaleuca, and that's a tea tree. It's a fresh oil. For centuries, the indigenous of our sacred planet have been in co-creative healing relationship with Melaleuca. Sharp and strong, the antiseptic aroma brings your body back to centre by elevating your cellular frequency. Touch some of this essence to the soles of your feet. So that's a great place to put these oils on your feet, because think about your feet. All the reflexology points are on your feet, and our feet is what supports us. We're on our feet all day, and if we can give ourselves some nurturing through the feet, it's one of the best things we can do for ourselves. Touch this essence to the soles of your feet and trust. As the indigenous do, you are free from being a host for funguses, bacteria and viruses, knowing you are thriving, a thriving, healthy being. So Melaleuca is a beautiful oil. It's like a tea tree oil, so it's got that really fresh toning. It's going to help revitalise you. I'm also wondering whether that oil has come out for you because there's some negative thought patterns going on for you that are holding you in a pattern of not being able to move forward. So I hope that one makes sense for you, Di. And let me see, I'm going to pick a colour card for you. And this one's turquoise, awaken your empathy. So it's time for you to reawaken your ability to feel, and your ability to feel for yourself. I'm getting in the turquoise, there's often a feeling of being persecuted or put down. It's the colour for communication. It's between your throat chakra and your heart chakra. So it's this area of our body. So it's bringing our throat, what we're speaking, with our heart, so that we can express the communication of your heart. So that one is, I hope that speaks to you, Di Kelly. Now let me go back, and thank you for your lovely, thank you for your lovely comments. I'm just going to put those cards together so I can kind of remember who you are along the way. Reach out, Di. Let's have a little one-to-one. Let's have a conversation around these oils and to support you in your journey. You know, we don't have to journey and do things hard and tough these days. I believe we have so many tools. The other thing is that I'm just going to, and I haven't what do you call it? I haven't done the promotion for that and put it in my link yet. But on Saturday morning, not this Saturday, the following Saturday, I am hosting a live Activate Your Courage class. Activate Your 2021 Vision Masterclass. It's going to be 7 o'clock on Saturday morning. So if you are interested in learning more about that, if you want to know more about me, friend request me, send me an email, your email, and tell me what you want, and we will set up a time to chat. And you might even be interested in my masterclass as well, which is going to help you take a deep dive into where you want to go in 2021 and what's holding you back and what steps you can do to move forward. So yes, my first time, anything for me. I would love Spirit, please, and thanking you for your time. And thank you, Sharon Ford. I've just seen your comments there too. So I'm moving now to Sharon, Boston. Now I can see some people are friend requesting me, so you can friend request me. That's the easiest way to get to me. I find it hard to go back and pick up the threads at the end of the show and friend request all of you, so please reach out for me and I can work with you that way. So Sharon, Boston. And I should have grabbed myself a drink before I came on board because I've got a bit of a dry. Oh, I know I can, but I actually looked over and I thought, oh, I've got one of my little healthy sachets here, but it's bright red, and knowing me, I'll spill it all over my clothes because it's not in the glass. So this one's for you, Sharon, Boston. And if you would like a reading, let me know. Kylie Happy, I can see. Kylie Happy, I like that name. I will come to you next. Work and family. So Sharon, the lovely Sharon, we've got some basil oil for you. This is going to help you become expressive. It's going to help you let go of all those insecurities that are keeping your self-expression dampened. So there's something around you that is holding you back. And, you know, if we hold back on our gifts and our talents, we are going to feel stifled. We're going to feel like our purpose is, we can feel like we have no purpose. We lose our sense of identity. So let me see if I can find a colour card for you. Basil oil is a great oil in the diffuser. This is my beautiful diffuser, and I absolutely love putting basil oil in the diffuser because it's light, it's fragrant, it explores the feelings and sense of creativity. If you're in a kind of, if you're, you know, in a funk, I'm getting the word funk, if you're in that, taking a bit of a dive into, you know, what's the point, or lack of self-worth, lack of value, or whatever it is that's brought your energy down, basil is great. Now, we have some great oils in Young Living that you can use in your food and your drinks as well. And basil oil happens to be one of them. So when I make a salad dressing, I use, because I love the idea of supporting my healthy body, which goes along with a healthy mind and a healthy spirit, healthy emotions. So when you want to embody all of that, you can nurture yourself from the inside with some basil oil. Just put a drop in your salad dressing. It's truly fabulous. So a colour card for you is peach. Inhale a breath of life. So I really feel for you, Sharon, that stagnancy is something that you might be grappling with, and it's time for you to open the door on something fresh and new. Be re-inspired, invigorated. Do you do creative, do you do artwork? Do you do anything creative? And if not, maybe it's time for you to explore your inner creative being and open up. And I get this feeling if you do that, you can open up like a rose. Rose oil is absolutely stunning. It's going to help you to open up and to really get in touch with that deep sense of who you are. So I think it's time for you to explore your creativity, Sharon. Sandy HB, my new job had bad word. Any guidance? So I'll come to you, Sandy, after Kylie. So Kylie, what did you ask for? I think there was some words there. Kylie would love some guidance with work and family. Okay, so let me see, and then Tina Coates, I can come to you next. So throughout this live, I'm just going to post my links to remind you that that's where you can find me. And my whole write-up is there. I forgot to delete that before I grabbed the link to share with you. So, Sandy, let me see. Pepper, black pepper. So how is your mojo at the moment? So if you lost your mojo, if you lost your get up and go, black pepper is an excellent oil to put on your feet to raise your energy, to get that spark back into your life. It's an oil that's going to help with acceptance of where you're at and help you cope with denial. So maybe you're denying, what am I getting? Denying your true thoughts about your family is what has come through. So maybe it's time for you to get real about what you feel and acknowledge your feelings. And then I think what you need to do is to look into what you can do to transform those feelings. So if it's not your family, it might be friends or in the workplace. So that was Heidi. I'm just going to go back to that question. Love some guidance with, okay. So maybe it's those feelings of your workplace. So if you've got those feelings of being unhappy, being suppressed, not being honoured and valued, it's time for you to work out what you can do to raise your frequency so people start to step up and take notice of who you are. So we have a beautiful oil called Valor. Do I have my Valor Oil with me? No, a lot of my oils are stored away because I'm in between getting out and about, going to expos. I get out and about on weekends and have been doing a fair bit of that. So a lot of my oils are packed up. But we have an oil called Valor. Now what Valor does, it is the oil of courage. So it's going to help you to feel calm and strong, and it helps you to cope with adversity. It's going to give you the courage to remove those feelings of withdrawing from the situation, and it helps you to cope with all those things that are not resonating with the true soul within you. So Valor transmutes inner conflict. It brings peace, balance and harmony. And the colour for you, Kylie, is orange. Nurture yourself. So it's time for you to nurture yourself, to go within, to embody that beautiful creative womb space that we have as women, which is where we need to start nurturing ourselves from. So we also have an oil called orange. So I'll show you your orange card. So look at that. Down here is kind of the darkness, the depths of who you are, that part of you that you've got to go into the depths of that darkness in order to bring the light in. And as you bring the light in, your energy is going to open up. It's going to blossom, and this light is going to come in, and you're going to feel a lot lighter. But I would recommend, I'm just going to harp on, I would recommend get some oils, folks. These oils are truly fabulous. So, who are we going? Oh, thank you, Di. So in tune with most of us. Thank you. Well, I hope that I can inspire you all. Kylie, spot on. Okay, now remember, I will give you a free one-on-one, and we can have a talk about whether you want a little bit of a reading, dig a little bit deeper. We can have a talk about whether you'd like a full hour session with me. We can also talk about what oils, what way you can get yourself set up with a wholesale account. I have a beautiful way for you to get set up with a bundle of oils. There's 12 gorgeous oils in this beautiful kit. Comes with a stunning diffuser, and it will open you up to an ongoing wholesale account with Young Living, where you can access all our oils for 24% off, and you can open up a wholesale account. You can join our beautiful tribe of people who are dedicated to do that inner transformation, so that we have a supportive community. I have an oil group called Kay's Essential Oil Wisdom, and you can join us there. I go live on a Wednesday night there, and I post some information, and I support you in ways to get on board with a journey of using these oils to enhance your life. Now, if you like to look at grab my link, and you can find through my link tree, it's Linktree Kay Hamilton. There's different ways, different links in there where you can access some information about me. There's a product guide so you can look. With Young Living, we have over 200 oils. We have lots of stunning and amazing blends, and we have lots of products. So I actually use Young Living face products. I use Young Living cleaning products. We have a full gamut of beautiful things, everything infused with the most gorgeous essential oils. Now these oils are so stunning. They're high vibrant oils. They're high frequency. They have the most stunning frequency, nothing like I had ever experienced before. Thank you. Have used these oils before. They are just gorgeous. Beautiful, Kylie. So who am I up to next? Sandy. I can't remember whether you had a question, Sandy. Let me go back and have a bit of a look. Oops, we'll go back to my new job I joined. Any guidance, please? Okay, Sandy. So let me see. No, I'm going to put those ones down. I'm going to get this other pack. Feel like you need some gorgeous blend. So you're lucky, Sandy, one, that you've got a job to go back to. So that's something to be grateful for, or to appreciate that you've got a choice. Ah, and here is Valor. I choose to tap into my endless well of strength. So that's the oil I was talking about before. Or you could use frankincense or spruce. So Valor is an oil that I use. It's a very balancing oil. We call it a chiropractor in a bottle, because it's going to help you align in balance. I remember putting an oil on some Valor on a lady at an expo, and actually she smelt it. I didn't even put it on her, I don't think. I can't remember now, but when she experienced Valor, and I was just watching, observing, she smelt the oil and her whole body went like this. Before she was sort of like that, and her whole body, she lifted her body, she raised her chest, and she looked at me with this amazed expression, and she said, "Did you see that?" And I said, "I did." And she realized that her whole body had shifted into some alignment. Just smelling that oil had raised her energy, raised her vibration, and it made her stand up to attention. She was instantly empowered and feeling strong. It was one of the most amazing experiences I've had. So Sandy, you could get some Valor. You could use this oil that's going to help you stand tall, go back into the job that you had, and feel grateful and appreciation, and to feel empowered that, okay, it didn't work out when you went to back to that other job, but you can step back into your old job, and if it's not really what you want to do, ultimately know that it is just going to be for a period, and you can realign, reconfigure, and reinvent who you are. Look at new things to do. Look at new beginnings. Let's see what the colour card brings for you. And remember, everybody, that we need to all remember, I am enchanted, I am excited, passionate about life. And if that's not how we feel, we're not on the right path. Or if we know we're going through a time, we know that's something that we can aspire to. Feeling enchanted, feeling excited, feeling inspired. Purple, develop mental clarity. So this, look at this beautiful card. It's a time for you, and look, the diffuser's even resonating with the same colours of the card. So it's time for you to listen to those divine messages and bring in that, all the violet flame of transmutation, to move away all those feelings of doubt, those feelings of, I'm even getting aggression. So maybe there's frustration going on for you, Sandy. So maybe there's things for you to transmute. So now remember, this is just a little bit of a taste tester for you all. So if you want some more guidance, the best thing to do is reach out and have a little bit of a talk with us. With me, I mean. So Kylie, used the oils before. Yes, they are absolutely gorgeous. And Sandy, I hope that one spoke to you. Tina, let's see what we've got here for you. So how many of you use oils? Let's know. Do you use oils? Have you used Young Living? I can see that Kylie has enjoyed Young Living. And the best thing to do for yourself is to take a step of courage. I know that's what I did when I bought mine. I followed my divine nudges. Now, if these things excite you, these are the clues that we have that we need to follow. If you get excited and you get enthusiastic about the messages that you're getting from me or the energy that you're experiencing tonight, that is what I call your divine nudges knocking on the door saying, yes, it's time for you to do something for you. Give yourself some acknowledgement and reach into, you know, your courage so that you can acknowledge and honour who you are. And let's face it, what girl doesn't like supporting themselves to feel feminine and nurtured and juicy is the word that's coming. So Tina, clary sage, balancing, leveling and equalizer for your emotional body. It's a great for that emotional roller coaster. Dancing around the feminine, circling around your moon and leading, guiding, yet allowing and supporting. Deep inhalation, a soft topical touch, a calm swims through the hormones of life, birth and death. The learn of the strength resting deep within your heart. So clary sage is a fabulous oil for women. It's supportive in so many ways. So as it says, it's going to just gently look after those roller coasters. So you might be experiencing lots of highs and lows with your energy or with your emotions, and that may mean that your emotional body needs some supporting. A brand I can trust. Yay! So I hope you're using Young Living, Cerebella, because, well, I just know that I can only speak for Young Living because I've also visited many of our, quite a few of our Young Living farms around the world. So when you become a member of Young Living, we get to go and visit farms, and I've won some gorgeous trips around the world where I've actually planted, I'll tell you, because I love telling my farm stories. I've planted Croatia in helichrysum. I've planted helichrysum in Croatia on our Croatian farm, and helichrysum is, before Young Living bought a farm in Croatia and got it up and running, helichrysum was on the endangered species list. It was being over harvested. There was not a sustainable supply of helichrysum. So Young Living, Gary from Young Living, Gary Young, he was the man who inspired the journey of growing our oils or our plants on farms and buying farms all around the world, because he knew that the demand for oils was going to grow. It's still growing. It's one of the most prolific businesses that is expanding, but you must realize that it's important to get a good quality oil. And that's why I love Young Living, because we know that all the constituents and compounds are in that oil, because we distill and give each plant a certain length of time, so all the compounds and constituents are embodied in that oil when it's distilled. And if you distill an oil too quick or too high at too high a temperature, it ruins the therapeutic value. And the other thing is that you will need to know is that a label can have 100% on the bottle, but that doesn't mean anything really, because legally they only have to put a little bit of 100% oil in. And one, it could be adulterated. Two, it could be filled with a whole lot of synthetic oils, because they can mimic the smells in a laboratory. And I knew none of this until I started using Young Living, and I got some education. Anyway, back to my farm visit. I've been to France, in the area of Provence, where we have the biggest lavender farm in all the world, and that was so exciting. The farms there all work together as a co-op, and the local farmers are doing really well now because they're supplying Young Living with their lavender oil, with their plants, and they go to our distillery, so they work together. And a lot of farmers there had to pull out all their lavender plants a few years ago because there was a virus in the soil, and they were so excited that Gary Young about Gary's plants, because he took the seeds from France over to the USA, grew them there, and then sent that oil back to France, and they tested the oil there, and they couldn't believe the quality of the oil that he could produce. So then they asked Gary to bring those seeds back into France so that they could grow them, and now we have the biggest lavender farm in the world, which is so exciting. Organically grown, harvested and distilled, so that the quality of the oils is not compromised. So who else would like, that's you, Tina. So if anyone else would like to find and hear about a brand I can trust. So Sarah, I don't know what oils you're using. Please reach out. Let's have a conversation. Would you like me to, I'm guessing you'd like me to pull a card because you're interested in oils. So hey Rosalie. Yeah, so now hang on, where else have I been? I've been to Hawaii and planted Royal Hawaiian sandalwood in that beautiful warm volcanic soil, and I've been to one of our farms in the US and I planted clary sage there and lavender. So I've seen and experienced firsthand the wonderful things that Young Living does to produce our oils. So who am I talking to? Sarah. Believe. It's time for you to believe. Believe in yourself. Balance and stabilize emotions, happiness and inner strength, unfolds boundless potential, more belief in yourself and possibilities. So it feels like it doesn't feel like you've dived deeply into a big abyss. It sounds like you need some twigging, you need a little bit of fine tuning. The oil Believe is so beautiful. It's going to support you to align with the belief in yourself. It's going to help you with that strength. It's going to help take that the shine off the negativity. It's going to help that to disappear. It's going to be really uplifting. I feel this beautiful energy around you. If you were using Believe, it's going to really empower you. Another alternatives for you to use would be coriander, bergamot and frankincense. And frankincense is a great oil. It's beautiful for grounding. Very good oil for helping us to connect with spirit so that we can get those direct messages from source in meditation, in prayer, in those quiet times, which is what I call our divine nudges. So how many of you listen to your divine nudges? Do you take, we get those nudges, but it's so important that we listen to them. So let me know. Oh, this is the card that's coming out for you. Find the richness in the darkness of the night. So Sarah, it's time for you to look into those depths of, that where those areas of darkness are, to shed a little bit of light, because we go into the dark, which is nudging us to look for the light. I know when I was in my worst hour of despair, the interesting thing was there was this inner spark that said that I knew that everything was going to be all right. And that inner spark was so powerful because as I worked with what I needed to do, and as I released all those emotions, let go the tears, the anger, the frustration, the disappointment, all of those things, as I transformed those, I turned each and every one of those around, and I slowly but surely started putting myself back together again. And I strongly believe that each and every one of us have the potential to do that. It doesn't just happen though. It's something that we have to make sure that we are putting our energy, our time, our effort into deleting whatever it is that is not serving us. If you've got things around you that you're feeling frustrated with, if you've got things happening in your world that you feel is holding you back, well, there's none of us have to stay feeling stuck in that energy. It can take effort, it can take work. We actually really need to make sure that we're doing all those beautiful things that we need to do for ourselves, because why wouldn't we? So, where are we at? Who else would like? What have I got? I've got about 5 minutes left. A few more minutes left. I'm just going to... Annette King, are you still here? I'm going to you now, Annette King. So, remember to friend request me. Reach out. And let's see what we can do to help you get to the bottom of whatever it is that you are grappling with. So, here we go, Annette King. Clarity. It's time for you to get clear on... Get clear on your purpose. It's time for you to realise you've already got the answers and let them just come with ease. And a little bit about what I was talking about there. Time for you to listen to what's happening and take notice and take some action. So this clarity oil, it's a beautiful blend. You can put it in your diffuser. It's great during those times if you've got a lot of head things going on and you just want to bring some clarity into your thoughts and whatever's happening. So oil alternatives are peppermint and basil. So peppermint's going to help ignite the sparks in your mind. The basil, as I talked about earlier, it's going to bring in that creativity. So yeah, Sarah, Bella, let's connect. I'd love to do that. Oh, hey Andy, nice to see you again. Like oils, like naturals, not. Yes, and my nose now tells me what a synthetic oil is, a synthetic smell. And while we're on that subject, you need to think about what's in your shampoos, your conditioners, your face products, your cleaning products, because anything that has the word synthetic brings alarm bells, because anything synthetic is not going to support the natural functions of your body. It's going to do the opposite. It's going to play havoc with the natural functions of your body. So here we're going. So I've lost track. Annette. Cyan, build your confidence. It's time for you to bring some beautiful blue. I feel like you need to spend some time outside, tune into the sky, get the energy of that beautiful blue energy of the sky. Build your confidence. So that energy of the blue is all around communication. So listening to those messages, bringing in the energy of the divine to help you to... I feel like it's a time for you to expand your horizons, Annette. So that between that and the clarity, that is going to support you to really, I just keep getting this word expansion. So there's something that you want to bring into your world that's going to help you to expand, hopefully. So how are we going? I've got a few more minutes, so if there's anybody else, what else do I want to do? I just want to make sure that you are all feeling passionate, enchanted, excited about life. And if you're not feeling those kind of feelings, well, maybe it is time for you to ignite your inner sense of who you are. So there's this color, they sell oils and perfumes. However, is it natural or not? You need to do some research. I can't speak for Larev. I can speak for Young Living. I do believe we've all got to do our own research. I'm not here to talk about other companies. If you want to have a conversation around Young Living, I can speak about Young Living because I know the company. I know, trust, and I have no doubts about the quality of our oils whatsoever. So I do have some people who have used lots of other oils, and when they smell Young Living, they go, oh my gosh, these are absolutely stunning. And when we start educating ourselves around the quality of the oils, for me it was such a big education because I had no idea about the misleading information. I guess it's like that thing, you can pick up a label or pick up something and look on the label, even a lot of things that say they're natural, when you start smelling these oils, I know for me, I'm also a school teacher, so when I'm sitting in the classroom and all the kids are in front of me, I can smell, all the different washing powders that I know are playing havoc with the receptors on our cells, and they put us out of whack. Whereas if you're using something that is a pure oil, which we have in our cleaning products, our clothes washing products, when you experience the difference in the smells, I've never been able to go back, and I actually have to move away from, if I can smell those washing detergents on their clothes, it kind of upsets me. So I think what happens is our nose, it's like our muscles. If we want to work out, we've got to train them up, and that's what happens with our nose as well. Gary Young had the most amazing ability to smell an oil and to then know what you could use it for and how you could use it. So these oils, a lot of people ask me, how do I use these oils? So I'm going to pull out one. This is an oil called Gratitude. So when you're feeling like a little bit like, life's all too much, and you've lost your sense of innocent gratitude and things like that, I will just put a drop on my wrist, and it's a bit of a thick oil, this one. So I wait till a drop comes out, and then I activate it 3 times. I smell it in. Yum. I love to put it all through my aura and my energy field, and then I'll rub it on myself. It's absolutely a beautiful thing to embrace these oils, because they support the natural functions of our body. I also put them in my food and drinks to give me flavour. I love taking our supplements to, I'm in my 60s now, and I need to make sure that I am looking after my dicky knees. I used to have dicky knees. I don't anymore. I used to have cracks and things in my body. They're all gone. These oils, my supplements, they keep me functioning in the best way possible. So Wendy, Young Living Company, can I message you for details? I'd love you to. So please friend request me and have a one-on-one chat with me. If anyone is interested, when I jump off the live in a couple of minutes, I would have a couple of time slots tonight, and if not, next week, next Monday night would be my next earliest. You can go into my links. I'll post my links again now, and you can friend request me. You can come and join my oil community. You can come on Saturday week and join my Activate Your 2021 Vision Masterclass and get aligned with the best version of you for 2021, because I can assure you life moves on very rapidly, and I believe we have to make the most of each moment in every day, because as we're all so aware of this year in 2021, life can turn on a pin, and if we're not living life to our fullest capability, we're not going to feel the satisfaction and the enchantment and the excitement that is there for each and every one of us. So I would like to thank each one of you for being here. Thanks for interacting. The time's gone really quickly. I've had a great time tonight. I look forward to you friend requesting me and reaching out so that we can have a one-on-one conversation. So my motto is oil up and get happy. So when you use these oils, you're just going to experience happiness. No matter what is happening in your life, you've got something that's going to give you that nurturing and nourishment that each and every one of you deserve. So thank you very much. Over and out from me. Oil up and get happy. Bye.